Good evening. A live shot here from an active scene in Richmond Hill after a nearly 12-hour standoff. A suspect has finally been arrested after barricading himself in a home in this residential neighborhood near Bayview and Major Mackenzie. It all began after a driver allegedly opened fire on an officer following a routine traffic stop. Loud bangs coming from the home as police eventually apprehended the suspect. This was the tense scene as officers led the man away from the residence just minutes ago. The suspect has been described by police as armed and dangerous. Police had been negotiating with him for hours to get the man out safely. Those efforts paying off just moments ago. Here's how it all started.
Morning at about 10:30, what we know at this stage is that an officer attempted to make a traffic stop, pulled over a vehicle and began interacting with the driver, who then pulled out a firearm and fired shots at the officer. The officer returned fire and the suspect vehicle fled from this scene here behind us. This individual did not start shooting at people randomly. This was as a result of the interaction with the officer and specifically shooting at the officer. They weren't shooting at members of the community.
Shockingly, the officer did not get injured. The suspect did flee the scene, going into a nearby house, barricading himself in a neighborhood which isn't used to this kind of commotion.
This is a very quiet neighborhood. These things don't happen, especially around. Richmond Hill is not like it used to be, but no, it's just unusual for Richmond Hill.
Today, it's anything but quiet. All hands were on deck to assist in the standoff between the suspect and police.
For something like this, where we do have a suspect who was willing to actually fire shots in the middle of the day in a very busy, crowded area, that's a very dangerous and concerning type of situation that requires every resource that we have available.
Police made the priority keeping the community safe. Several houses were evacuated. Neighbors were on edge. Again, the suspect is in custody. At this point, it's unclear what connection the suspect has to the home. Police did say there's no sign of forced entry. Earlier, police asked residents to take shelter in their basements or a safe zone. They now say it's safe for residents to leave sheltered areas.